There was a very nice lady in facility management that went and got a chair for me. She's going straight to heaven. I really like
You belong, Joe.
my argument with you, and you know that I like this group. Don't be afraid of the citizens. We elect you to do
Exactly.
Why are you afraid of us? We kind of like you, but we want you to do Don't move the furniture out and look like you're paranoid. Don't bring the police in and put them in the back room. Don't bring security in. Just deal with us. And as Congress, as I get back the remainder of my time, because I'm running out of breath.
Thank you, Joe.
You belong, Joe.
County Commissioners, my name is Gregory McKelvey. I'm a 23-year-old law student at Lewis and Clark. I'm actually skipping class right now, so don't tell my professor. I'm also the campaign manager for Zan Ojiro. She's running for County Commissioner in Benton County. And I was the campaign manager for Ann Schuster, who's currently on the Benton County Board of Commissioners. So I know a little bit about what your guys' jobs entail. I voted for some of you. I voted for you to represent me. I voted for you because I thought you were listening. I soon learned that you were willing to listen to me when you needed my vote, but not when you got into office. I didn't come here to simply be a disruptionist. I didn't come here to stop you from doing your jobs. I came here to demand that you do your jobs.
That's right.
A big part of being an elected official is to recognize your privilege. Most of the people who came to rally today are not on your list of calls to make when it's time to fundraise. They're not the people who will be invited to your coffees and house parties during an election cycle. But you still represent them. Many of them voted for you, as did I. Mr. Jules Bailey, you are currently running for mayor. I would ask you, if you really care about homeless issues, why are you abandoning your post during the biggest crisis this county has ever seen? Run for a mayoral race in which you are polling extremely low in every single poll. You aren't going to fool us. We've seen you before in many different forms, and we are not going to fall for the same trick again. Don't ever call yourself a progressive. Don't ever accept any comparison to Bernie Sanders. You are no progressive, and you are no Bernie Sanders. On July 4, 1776, our founders declared that each of us have a certain unalienable rights. These are rights that every single human are born with. These rights include life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness. This came before the Bill of Rights. This is what we were founded upon. Now I ask you, and I ask our county commissioners, if we get priced out of our homes, if we can no longer afford to live in the city we grew up in, if we have to choose between rent and food, then how the hell can we pursue happiness? But many of us cannot. You will have to deal with us one way or the other. I, for one, will come to every one of your meetings until you act in a substantial way on our housing crisis. You cannot get rid of me. You cannot get rid of us. And if you choose to ignore our demands, we the people will fire you and elect someone who will restore us. And you are watching it burn. We demand a rent freeze and a moratorium on no-cause evictions until you, the people we elected to represent us, do your job.
Thank you.
So my name is David Keith Davis, founder of Multnomah County Cop Watch, and I also do a thing called Fight the Sweeps, Portland, with a bunch of other groups. I wanted to speak about actually a couple things here, the housing stuff, and I think a real simple solution to a lot of this housing crisis is there's a 37% vacancy rate in the Vancouver and Portland area of bank foreclosures. These bank scumlords took over this country. They've made everyone homeless. They've created this homeless state of emergency along with all the other corporate scum in this little city, country, and world. We need to delete the elite. We need to get rid of the ruling class. We need to abolish the police. We need to take over all the abandoned properties that the ruling class own and squat them, take them over, go in. The way to do it is you go into these abandoned properties, you look like a landscaping crew, and then you go in there, you create a noise diversion, and then you open up the property, and then you take it over. That is one way we can solve this housing crisis in Portland. This is a common sense, anarchist approach, not a political parasite approach. Okay? This is a community response to a community problem. And I say there's enough people in this room right now that we could go take over about 10 properties and then we should start doing that. And if anyone wants to talk to me about militant squatting, I've taken over properties since the 1990s in Baltimore, and I actually created a retail anarchist bookstore on Reed Street in Baltimore, in a place that I took over. So not only can we take over these zombie houses, we can take over all the retail stores and everything else that's sitting there left to rot. I've seen millions of retail stores all over this city just sitting there for 5-10 years, nothing going on. You got, I mean, all the poverty pimps are getting their money.